Welcome back, family, to NorthsideLDN. And today we've got news about Jorell Hato being linked to Arsenal. The Ajax left back, 19 years old, has been linked to Arsenal for a transfer move in the summer. We're going to get into this article and then we're going to get into what I think. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, hitting the bell notification, all that good stuff. Don't be a viado. Don't be a fido that puta all your whole life. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Don't make me have to rise up the coulier de pau. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Let's get straight into it. And reports are coming out. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea are reportedly ready to step up the pursuit of Ajax defender Jorell Hato, according to a report from Court Offside. The 19-year-old has emerged as one of Europe's brightest young prospects, attracting serious interest from several of the continent's elite clubs, including Real Madrid. For real, Real Madrid. Scouts from all four sides have been in attendance at recent Ajax fixtures to monitor the Netherlands international, signaling the start of what could become a Holty contest transfer saga. Yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Right, let's get straight into this. Is Jorell Hato good enough for Arsenal Football Club? In my opinion, no. I don't think he's ready. From what the very, very limited games I've seen from him, I don't think he's ready. I think once again, the media putting two and two together. I don't see how Jorell Hato plays over Timber. Now, some people say Timber, well, he'll play as a right back. I reckon to fit Timber into the squad, whether you think it's Timber or Skelly, personally, I think when everybody's fit, I do think our most consistent defense and best defense consists of Gabriel Saliba as centre backs, Ben Wright as a right back, and Timber as a left back. So to get Timber into the squad, I think Timber's going to be the one competing for left back. Obviously, you got Lewis Skelly this season that's performed really, really well. Got his call up to England, scored a goal as well, and is doing really, really well. But at the same time, Lewis Skelly, we've seen at times, like against PSV, almost got a red card, can be rash at times, has been sent off this season. He's still learning his trade. Very, very good talent, a player that's got a lot of potential, but someone that is yet to still reach his potential. Let's keep it honest. So for the left back position, we've got Skelly, that's learning his game, but's got a lot of talent. We've got Timber, is a solid left back. Let's be real. I still prefer him as a right back, but he's solid as a left back. Why would we go out there and get Jorell Hato for what? For what? Right now, does he get in over Skelly? I don't think so. I think Skelly's been solid. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So he's been performing really well at left back. Then you've got Timber. Is Jorell Hato better than Timber? I don't think so. Timber's one of our best defenders, one of our most consistent defenders. Up until this season, Ben White also is a consistent performer for Arsenal. So I don't really see where this is coming from. Yes, we're getting rid of Tierney. Tierney's leaving. We obviously know that we're trying to get rid of Zinchenko. He was linked to Dortmund, but his £150,000 a week contract is obviously being a stumbling block. We know that, but we're still looking to get rid of him. So that's, two left backs that we're getting rid of. And but I think we need more a centre back. At the moment, there's no centre back backup proper. I'm talking about quality for Saliba and Gabriel. There's no other centre back when either Saliba or Gabriel are injured that I'm comfortable with. You know what I mean? Kivior's been horrendous at centre back this season. So you can't count on Kivior, and it looks like we're trying to get rid of him as well. Keeps getting linked to Serie A clubs. We'll see how true that is. But we can't play Timber there. He's been underwhelming when he's played at centre back. Much more convincing as a right back or a left back. So there's not really anyone else that we're going to play there. Ben White, when he first come to the club, couldn't make it as a centre back. We moved him to right back, and since then we've never looked back. And has held down that position. So I don't really see why we would be linked to Jorell Hato, apart from the fact that we've just got a couple of left backs that are leaving. You've obviously got Calafiori, that for me, just isn't effective as a left back. Leaves a lot to be desired. 1v1s, he gets cooked. Defensive awareness all over the place. I don't really see a future for Calafiori to get into the team at left back. A signing I didn't understand why it's been made, because with Zinchenko, the deficiencies is defensive awareness and being cooked 1v1. You can apply the exact same thing for Calafiori. So it's not an upgrade in that position for me. But he's a player. Maybe the fact as well that Calafiori, keeps picking up injuries. Obviously got injured out there in duty for Italy. He's had quite a few injuries since he's been at Arsenal, which has only been this season. So maybe, on top of him not being reliable to defend, maybe the club are looking like he's not reliable, to be available. But at the same time, I don't know. It does stink of an Arsenal move. Let's not go on like, I haven't seen Jorell Hato's come into Arsenal. Nuntavaj, Marquinhos, players like that are young, and all of a sudden they try and sell us that this kid is the end all be all. But I just don't see where this guy gets into the squad. I don't see, why we would be focusing on, getting a Jorell Hato when there's so many other areas of the squad that we need to fix. Let's just be real. Odegaard needs to be a bench player at best. As a number one, number 10, he's been part of the reason why 3 years in a row we've bottled it. Let's be real. He doesn't turn up in the big games. He didn't turn up in the cup games last season against Liverpool, West Ham. He didn't turn up against, Bayern Munich. He didn't turn up this season when we lost to Newcastle on 3 occasions. He doesn't turn up. He doesn't turn up. He didn't turn up this season against Man United in the cup. He didn't turn up against Newcastle. He didn't turn up against, Bournemouth. So for someone that's the captain and is on £240,000 a week, I'm sorry, you can't have all the accolades and all the rewards without having the accountability if we're not getting value for money. And for me, I don't think we're getting value for money with Odegaard. I'd love to get VIDS. I'm seeing that he's been linked to, he keeps being linked to Man City. They're probably going to get him over the line. You saw the ambition that Man City showed in January. They're serious. So this is the thing. We should have got VIDS before. We should have at least got Alex Baena. Now we're going into the summer where everybody's going to be looking to strengthen. We're not the greatest when it comes to bidding wars. We could have avoided a bidding war when it came to Alexander Isak, when the fan base were tracking his plane and tracking his car. If the club actually acted at that time, we could have gotten Isak, but we take too long. We take too long to identify players. We drag our feet. We wait till players cost an arm and a leg and then complain about we ain't got money, which we clearly do. So it is what it is. I don't have much faith. These rumors, this rumor's coming in from court offside. I take it with a pinch of salt. Most of these rumors are BS, but we're going to talk about it because it's just, what's out there. In my opinion, if the club are looking at a left back, for me, Anthony Robertson. I think Robertson from Fulham, I think he's a better fullback than Jorell Hato. Aït-Nouri from Wolves, I think he's a better left back than Hato. Grimaldo from Bayer Leverkusen, I personally have seen him week in, week out for his old team, my second team, Benfica. Grimaldo, Arsenal could have got him in a free. We let him go for free to Bayer Leverkusen. They went invincible last season, won a league title. A Spanish left back who's got experience, knows how to perform, a very consistent performer. For me, I put Grimaldo above Hato if that's what we want, a fullback. Why not go for Grimaldo? We already missed out on him before. Why not go in for him if the club really wants another left back? But like I said, Aït-Nouri, Grimaldo, Robertson, I all put them. For me, they're a lot higher than Hato. Maybe it's also because obviously I watch them more. I don't watch the Eredivisie. So it is what it is. For me, it's a no-brainer. I just don't understand why we're going for more inexperience. The thing that this club is crying out for, this team is crying out for, is experienced players that have been there and done that and got over the line, that are still in their prime and still able to perform. But, adding more more young players, that have not got over the line. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that. We've seen, Lewis. We've got Lewis Skelly coming through. We've got Ethan coming through. I don't think we need to add any more youth. We need to add world-class experience now. And I don't really believe that the club's going to do it. I really don't. I think they're going to do the bare minimum. I think the ownership have hit the targets that they want, which is Champions League football. And I think they kind of feel like, well, why do we need to spend? The club, the fan base have only actively, got together to get a manager out as soon as, Wenger wasn't getting top four anymore. So based on the past, why would they spend any more money? Why would they spend any more money? Fans are more excited at the moment. There's Arsenal fans out there more excited at the moment about a stadium expansion than, the state of the bench or holding this manager accountable or demanding trophies. So if you demand the bare minimum, why do why? I can't really sit here and say that the club feel like they have to do anything. I'm sure the club don't feel like they need to do anything, which is wrong, but that's the reality. The unfortunately fans these days, the customer in the eyes of the owners, all the merchandise that have been dropped this season sold out, tickets sold out, merchandise sold out, stadium seats sold out. Why would the Cronkies feel like they need to do beyond when the fan base through their pockets are showing them that they're happy? This is the thing. So I don't really see this. I don't really see them doing, going out there and buying the players that we need. And I think everyone can agree we need an Isak, we need a VIDS, we need players like this. We need to go out there and get quality. Partey's going. We need to go out there and get Bruno Guimaraes. We need to get players like that. But are we going to do that? I don't think so. I think some people as well are talking about Partey's forms up and down. I think a lot of this fan base are only going to see how great Partey's been for us once he's gone, because Mikel Moreno hasn't got the passing range, nor is he as good at recovering the ball as Thomas Partey. Declan Rice is good at recovering the ball. I'll give him that, but he definitely doesn't offer enough going forward apart from late runs in the box. He's not a great passer of the ball, not a great dribbler of the ball. So it's one of those ones. I don't feel like we're replacing the quality. And I think that's why a lot of people want Zubimendi. We'll see about Zubimendi. Last time we heard about Zubimendi, apparently Zubimendi deal was done. That's what we heard. And now all of a sudden, we're still in talks with Zubimendi. I find that crazy. I find that absolutely crazy. Is he over the line or is he not? How can it be over the line and now all of a sudden we're in talks? I'll be real with you. It's definitely the most just one of the worst parts of the season. When it's transferred all the time, it's depressing because there's so many players I want the club to sign, and I know that they're not going to sign, unfortunately. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they do show their ambition, and I hope they try to, shut the mouths of fans like me and go out there and show their ambition. That's what I genuinely want for this club, to get the best players to be able to win the major honors. But we will see. I know this club always, promise a lot of things and under-deliver in many situations. So make sure you're liking and subscribing. Make sure you're hitting the bell notification. We're on the road to 17K. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Big up, familia. And I'm out, man. Big up to everyone. I'm out, familia. Love.